On this episode of Exploring Weird New York, the team investigates a former general store and residence in Palmyra, New York, left virtually untouched since it closed its doors in 1940.
We've seen shadows. We've heard walking, thumps, bumps. The hand, touching the hair.
When we were playing with the little girls, the anti-class Sharon actually made my legs start tingling, holding onto my leg, and our pant leg was being pulled one direction, like if somebody was gripping onto it.
Will the team encounter some of the alleged paranormal activity that has been reported there? Stay tuned to find out.
It was the middle of the day. I heard the motion sensor go off. And I went over, and nobody was in the building. All was quiet. I went into the back room, and on the floor, there was a heavy grate. It must weigh, I'd say 6 pounds. Heavy steel grate. There was a glass that looked like the front of a clock, and it kind of was in a point. And then there was a little child's hoe. And these things were placed on the floor, which again makes me wonder, is it me, or are there really things going on in this building?
I happen to be in Phelps General Store all by myself in the main room where all the things are on the shelves, and I was going over there and I was moving some things around for Bonnie, and the next thing I know I hear this sliding noise, and I look up, and in the dustpan there's an old antique triangular shaped metal dustpan that comes up that has a very fancy wood handle, and it was scooting right across the floor behind me.
During one of my normal maintenance tours, I was in the Phelps store, and I was walking up the back stair through the laundry room, and when I exited the laundry room and went into the kitchen area, a door slammed behind me. I'm going to use the word authoritative. When I went through the door, it closed right behind me.
Okay, we're going to the William Phelps General Store. It's one of the buildings in the historic Palmyra museums. It was built in 1826 and served as a boarding house, a tavern, a bakery, and lastly, it was a general store and home of William Phelps and his family. The store was actually closed down in 1940 by his son Julius, leaving it basically untouched and preserved the way it was when they closed the doors.
So what are some of the claims of activity that we're getting?
Shadows, lights coming on, alarms going off when no one's in the building. One employee actually witnessed a dustpan moving across the floor in front of him. They found heavy objects moved and set in the center of the floor when nobody's in there. So a lot of stuff going on. Chris is going to fill us in on other things that have been going on there.
Alright, hey guys. So, as far as reports of activity from the store are concerned, there's been a wide variety of things going on. I know that they've reportedly heard the piano being played upstairs. It was Sybil's piano that she likes to play from time to time, so that happens occasionally. In one of the living rooms, there's reports of a little girl that hides out under one of the tables. People think that she likes to stay there, and they bring her little toys that they leave under the table for her to play with, and occasionally they do get some activity. They say she holds your hand and things along those lines. Downstairs in the store itself, they've had a lot of activity with noises, so there's movement going on downstairs as well. I know even our team has experienced upstairs in the dining room. We've seen some strange lights that have been floating around the room. Through the hallway into the in the living room, we've seen the curtains in there move, some shadows dancing around on the wall in that room. Really, all sort. It runs the gamut, really. So we've seen a little bit of everything as far as activity is concerned.
All right, Chris. Thanks for the info, and we'll see you there in a little bit.
See you in a little bit.
Well, that sounds good. Let's get loaded up and head out.
Alright, we're pulling into Palmyra now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty stoked about this.
Should be an interesting night. Now remember, we want to move the whole camera to the left.
What do you got for group, Steve?
Alright, group 1 is going to be myself, Melissa, and Dave. And group 2 is going to be Chris, Larry, and Charlie.
Yeah, we could just swap people in and out.
Okay.
Alright, so make sure everybody's got the cameras ready to go. When you're taking shots and stuff, obviously warn everybody before you flash them in the face. Make sure you got your radios turned on, and then if you're sitting in a group, shut all but one off so not everybody's getting feedback. And if you need anything, radio down to the table down here, and that way we can send somebody back and forth to bring the equipment up. So, alright, if anybody has any questions, let me know or let Steve know.
So this is Steve.
Melissa.
Dave.
A little louder.
Dave.
And we are in the upstairs dining room in the Phelps store. And we're going to go ahead and start an EVP session here. Melissa, would you like to lead off?
Sure. Are there any members of the Phelps family here with us tonight? If you're here with us, could you come forward and speak to us?
We're not here to harm you or make you go away in any way, shape, or form. We're just here to document your presence.
Please let us know you're here in any way, shape, or form. You can make a knock. Feel free to touch me.
Can you make a noise for us? A sound?
Did you guys hear that?
Holly, are you in here? to be afraid. You can come out.
Do you want to go in there and sit since you're female?
I'm sitting in here because Holly allegedly holds on to females' hands when they're here, so we'll see if we can get some interaction with her and maybe she'll hold my hand. Holly, my name is Melissa. Will you come out and see me? I have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. I'd love it if you came out and talked to me or touched me or held my hand. I see you have a lot of toys here. Are these your toys? Can you come out and make a noise for me, Holly? Can you make a noise inside this room so I know where you are? Holly, was that you? Can you come closer? I'm going to take some pictures and it's going to make a bright light. I don't want you to be afraid. Big flash. Holly, can you come hold my hand? If the children are here, if you want to play and run in front of the green lights, I might be able to see you.
Have you experienced a paranormal event and need help? Have you witnessed something you can't explain and want to share it with us? Contact the Center for Paranormal Investigation Association at 585-682-2155 or visit us online at www.centerforparanormal.org. We may feature your experience as part of a future episode.
Come here. Start from this step here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And walk all the way backwards.
I can see the slant right
And
here.
say, tell me what you feel.
Yeah, like I'm walking back up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we had something to roll down there.
I'm wondering if that would contribute to some of the claims.
Sure, I mean,
You know,
I can
you know,
see
feeling-
somebody getting
feeling like
vertigo
you're-
here and wanting, feeling
Yeah.
like they're being pushed down the stairs. Definitely.
This is Steve and Dave, and we're going to call this upstairs bedroom number 1. It says here, small sitting room.
Let's see if anybody's still hanging out in the room here. EVP session, top of the stairs, 3rd floor, first door on the right, the boarding room. Is there anybody in this room here with us tonight? Well, if anybody did board here in this room, and they have something that they want to tell us, we have instruments here with which we can communicate with you. This one right here, you can come up close to it and it'll let us know that you're here. This other instrument over here, which I'll set right by the pillow here where your head would be if you laid here, you can speak into that. We may not be able to hear you, but this can.
Were you one of the occupants in this room?
Hey guys, just want to let you know I just came back
back. He said Bonnie's going to be over in like 5 minutes to go in the store, so we may want to just take an early break and pick up after that.
Alright. What the hell? It's not mine. Mine's off.
I didn't even touch mine. I didn't even touch that.
Yeah, I went to key up and it went nuts.
A few minutes ago, we were communicating with the team downstairs, and the radios just started going off. They were going crazy. There was an alarm, nothing but static. And we turned the radios off and turned them back on, and they're working fine now.
Hey guys, just want to let you know I just came back. He said Bonnie's going to be over in like 5 minutes to go in the store, so we may want to just take an early break and pick up after that.
Who's going crazy like that?
Too many electronics.
No for EVP, that is the walkie-talkies going insane.
Okay, turn it off.
Speak into one of those recorders if you can, the little red lights. Walk right up to the box with the green light on it. See if you can touch it.
Which one of us would be able to feel you if you touched me on the shoulder or the arm? Go ahead.
Well, if you don't want us here, then you gotta let us know.
Mr. Phelps, how long did you run a store for? How many years did you run a store?
What caused you to leave this place? Especially everything behind you.
There's some rough characters around this place.
This was definitely a rough town. How did you handle it when people gave you a hard time?
There's an empty stool over here if you want to come sit with us. We'd love if you'd sit down and chat with us.
We're not going to be here all night, so if you want to be able to talk to us or communicate with us, you're going to have to do it soon.
So it was a pretty quiet night. Hopefully we can get something on the EVP. Not too much on any of the cams, but you know, it was a pretty interesting night. So let's see what we come up with.
A lot of history around the Palmyra museums, and hopefully with any luck we've got evidence to validate some of the claims that the owners have had.
I'm going to show you some of the stuff that happened while we were here. It was a pretty quiet night. You know, we didn't have any audio or video things that happened. Nothing came up on photos or anything while we were here. But we did have one interesting thing that happened. We were up in the bedroom in the apartment above the store. And we had a team downstairs on the second floor in the parlor. Charlie was there, Melissa was there. They were sitting downstairs in that room. It was Dave, me, and Steve were upstairs in the bedroom that has the ladder that leads to the roof.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it? That's the...
It's a sitting room is what we call it.
Yeah. And we were in there and we were just doing an EVP session asking some questions. And while we were in there, we actually had the radios start getting static and interference. And there was like almost like an alarm that was going off on it. It was interesting because after this was over, when we got all of our equipment back, I hit the call button on each of our radios, and none of them made any sound like that. So that was rather interesting. And as far as the interference, just the three of us that were in that room, our radios were going off and getting the interference. The team that was downstairs, along with Chris and Larry, were downstairs at the DVR station. They didn't pick up any interference on their radios at all. It was just us three upstairs. And all of us are on the same channel. So you would think that if they're all on the same channel, they would all be picking up the same interference. And that was actually just before you came back over to the store. So it was shortly before that. So I've got that on video and got you, you know, a video of us upstairs and downstairs at the same time. So I'll show you that right now.
Great.
Now this is Melissa and Charlie. They were sitting in the parlor, over where the child underneath the dresser is seen.
Scared Charlie.
Yeah. Now here's our cameras, our DVR cameras showing the different rooms. And this is us upstairs. And just
These are your alarms.
Yeah, this was coming through on just our three radios. And you can actually see when I'll shut my radio off. Then Dave shuts his radio off. And Steve shuts his radio off. Now we shut all three of our radios off. It stopped. But none of them were actually calling each other. None of us could key up and talk to each other at the time. Really? It was just nothing but static. Now the people downstairs, they didn't experience anything at all at that time.
Great.
So that was basically what we got while we were up there. Aside from just the noises from different rooms when nobody was in there, and kind of that general feeling like you're being watched. Aside from that, we really didn't get a lot of hard evidence that we could actually show you, unfortunately. I did want to thank you for letting us come out here. This is one of our favorite spots to come out and just, even without the the rumors of it being haunted, it's just an awesome place to just walk around and look at. We'll also be putting some information online for people to check out, to contact you if they want to come out and do a ghost hunt of their own. All right. Well, hey, thanks for letting us come out. And, if anything happens in the meantime, by all means, let us know.
We will let you know.
All
and things happen daily.
Yeah.
But we will try to keep track of them.
Sounds good.
Thank you,
well,
Tim.
thank you
what
much.
A pleasure.
Yes,
always
a
good
pleasure.
to see
yes,
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You can contact us at our website, www.historicpalmyrany.com, or you can call us at 315-597-6981. We look forward to having you come out and do some ghost hunting with us. Thank you.
Have you experienced a paranormal event and need help? Have you witnessed something you can't explain and want to share it with us? Contact the Center for Paranormal Investigation Association at 585-682-2155 or visit us online at www.centerforparanormal.org. We may feature your experience as part of a future episode.
Do you believe you have witnessed paranormal events? Are you being plagued by something unknown? There's no reason to feel uncomfortable in your own home. The Center for Paranormal Investigation Association is here to help you cope with these life-changing events. All services are rendered free of charge, and your information will remain 100% anonymous if you choose. The Center for Paranormal has been helping the haunted for over 10 years and continues to be one of the most knowledgeable and dependable paranormal research organizations in the state of New York. For an anonymous, no-obligation case interview, call 585-682-2155 or visit us online at centerforparanormal.org.